Hello farmers, Trevor here, back for part 2 of the great soybean harvest, and I am recording this voiceover slightly after the fact, but without further ado, we'll jump back in. We'll be fast forwarding and starting to get these more of these soybeans in. I will take you back to your regular recorded video, something like that. I think you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys when we get some more soybean harvest. That's pretty strange. Why did he miss that? Let's head back up there and see. Yeah, he just decided not to do that spot for some reason. So we'll hit it real quick manually. Yeah, I don't understand that one. I understand when they get to the funny corner of the field. This is a funny corner of the field. Well, there we are. So we have a harvest done. We fast forwarded through a lot of it, and here we are. Let's put that down. So I figured I would manually, plow this field. Sorry, lost my words. And we have a lot of stuff to plant at this point, and I lost my GPS. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna redo that. Even though it looks like it's plowed, I don't know. I'll feel better if I go back and redo it. See if there's anything graphically that we can see. Well, let's take a little looky update here. So map overview, these are still saying, because they haven't been plowed yet, still saying soybeans. So there we go. If we zoom in on this spot, no, it doesn't look like it missed from there. But let's also, most importantly, look at this. So this one's still thinking it does need to be plowed. This one won't need to be plowed this time. I guess this little strip that we just created the other day is probably going to be out of sync, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's only going to be out of sync probably for one thing, and it won't need to be plowed when this one does. So we'll just plow the whole thing. Won't be that much extra work, of course. And there we go. So what was I thinking of this episode? Well, this is all going to be a huge episode, probably in different parts as I fast forward things. No idea how this is going to work out. It's going to be a grand experiment. But what I think I want to do is go up here to Right Agribusiness and sell some soybeans. So I'm not remembering if we had 0 soybeans at the beginning, but we now have 190,000. So if we multiply 100 by 90,000, 190,000 by 14,700, that's a lot of money. So we'll try to get up there and sell these off, pretty quickly. This price will probably drop immensely fast. Maybe we'll sell some more to here. But the reason for that is, I'd like to get into soybeans and or radishes. That's potato or radishes, and get those planted in one of these fields. I'd rather have the bigger pieces of equipment. So let's go see how much money we can get. Let me just get this guy lined up again. Or should we just put him on let's see what a helper does. The worst he's going to do is mess up some of it, but it'd still probably be worth. I guess we should. Let's get him straight and going again. Might mess the helper up if you tried to start him where it's already pretty much plowed. So we'll get him out on fresh ground here. Stop the cruise control and hit H. And we'll see what he does. We'll pay him for a while to go do this, and that'll free us up to jump to this tractor. Now, I haven't been using the group vehicle switcher overly much. Before we even load this up, let's take a look. Right Agribusiness is, okay, all the way up in the northwest there. So let's fill this guy up with we got a lot of wheat too, don't we? Soybeans. So the good thing about this is with this, and this is about as big a tractor trailer as you're going to get. I have no idea if the volumes are realistic, but I know this 60,000 range is the standard. I know guys mod them up to hold even more than that, but I don't know if 100,000 is actually realistic. And again, kind of get into that cheaty conversation. But I would argue if you use mods that are, almost twice as much capacity, it's really kind of like cheating. It's not just because you didn't make the mod to... That guy's slipping. Why is he slipping? Let's just go check on him real quick. Yeah, so he's going to stop. That's all right. He's still doing a bunch of stuff, so. Now, I don't necessarily think I'm better off on this road. I probably am better off going, cutting around the farm there. So let's do that. Cut right through the grass because it hasn't grown yet. Instead of going around this field. It's one of the reasons I cut this. I was watching someone else's YouTube video, and they sort of bragged about like never fast forwarding or never cutting time, and it sort of gets into like the whole GPS conversation where it's like, well, yeah, I guess there's a certain benefit to a YouTuber not cutting out video, but to be honest, regardless of you, the viewer, it's harder to show someone every single thing it's harder to fast forward and cut video out because, you know, if I cut out all of this harvest, I've just spent 4, 6, 8 hours working on this harvest, especially by the time I get it planted. And, you know, that's a lot less videos if I just turn that all into one video. I mean, that's one of the reasons, you know, as my life gets busier here around the holidays, I haven't got as many videos out, is because, you know, I do cut it out. I do fast forward all this stuff. What you guys watch in 8 minutes, or what you guys watch in 1 minute takes me 8 minutes to record. So if you see a 15-minute segment of fast forward, which would be a bit long for me, you know, that's a lot of work. Am I even going the right way? We should probably lease that up. Kind of this far. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know. You know, I do it because I feel like I don't have enough to say. Oh, geez, this was probably not the right way to go. Let's put on the cruise control anyway and enjoy the scenery. Hopefully we don't stop altogether. But yeah, I don't know. And when I watch the videos, you know, other people's videos, I want them to have something to say. I mean, obviously I could sit here and ramble on about politics or religion or any other topic, but, you know, I really don't want to offend anyone. Not because I don't think it's not my right to offend you guys, but this isn't the forum for politics or religion. You know, personal stories can be interesting, but I don't know. I don't think of those while I'm playing Farm Sim, which is probably one of the reasons that I play Farm Sim. So in any event, my fast forwarding is not to make my life easier. It's to try to make you guys, you know, a slightly better video. You know, not that you might not want to hear my stories. Good Lord, this is taking a long time. But again, I think it makes the video more interesting to cut out the completely boring parts, you know. Especially, I mean, I'm sure some games I would probably never want to cut just because there's too much action. But if I cut and or fast forward things like I just did, it's, you know, you guys can pretty much picture what I did when I plowed those fields, or when I... And at the other point, the course play was running. Oh, look at that. Now I got it set on 6. That's genius. So, yeah, anyway, you know, I don't know. What do you guys prefer? I mean, I can do it. I can keep all these in real time. I still might play some music when I had nothing to say. But at the same time, it would be easier for me to play every minute. Like, just this would have made, like, you know, 6, 8 videos by now of me just out in the field plowing, you know? So, in any way, here we are at Right Agribusiness. There you go. See, I even ran out of something to say right there. So we got our... Let's jump down to this guy real quick and just stop him. We'll probably have to clean up that field, but I kind of want to focus on getting this stuff sold. What happened there? So I jumped out. Alright, so we got 85,000 for that. Let's see real quick what it did to our price. Yep, see, look, it dropped that price like bang. So that's definitely different than Farm Sim 15. In Farm Sim 15, you had to, you know, as long as you got it done within an hour, the prices wouldn't have changed, but it's not the case anymore. So having this bigger tractor trailer, oh, yeah, I guess it is a tractor trailer. Not a conventional one, but there is a tractor on this and there is a trailer. Alright, what's going to be the best way to make this run? Well, really, the next run, let's take some more stuff, but let's go to Mary's farm, which is all the way up in, well, all the way down in the opposite end of the map. Or do we wait until we can get over 1,400? Now, and then the other thing sorry guys, the other thing yeah, see, we don't have a real good price for wheat yet. That would be the other thing we'd be tempted to sell. And none of the other soybean prices are moving up quickly. Yeah, let's hold to a 1,400 per soybean kind of rule. Just like I'd sort of like to get at least 700 for wheat. Because we're, you know, I've only got 196. So do we do the potatoes this time? Or do we just go ahead and do another day's worth of work and hope that the prices and, you know, just becoming flush with crops is money in the bank? And then, and the reason I'm saying all this, I know I could get into potatoes right now, but for the life of me, I'd like to jump into the big equipment right away. Buddies, I'm farming, get out of my way. Does that make sense? You know, I don't know. The little farm equipment for doing the potatoes is, if I can't do it at 3 meters, it just takes so long. So let's get back to the farm. And so we're not going to sell any more crops right now, I guess is the bottom line. And what we shall do is wait for the prices to get up a little bit higher, which in the long run will benefit us the most. And let's just see about getting other crops planted this time. You know, like, we don't have much in the way of barley. The wheat and barley are good crops because we get that windrow, and that's a wonderful thing. We could cut across that field, but let's be slightly realistic. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm waffling on all this stuff. I don't know. That guy, right? It's like a home for him right there, doesn't it? It's calling to me. Switch to that. So this would be the guy we'll plant with. The other guy's out in the field, hasn't stopped yet or hung up on anything, which is good. I was a little worried about those light poles that are on the other end of the field. With the plowing guy. Alright, so he's all full of soybeans. So let's take a look at this and see what we would want to do. You know, let's do some barley. We don't have any of that. So we'll do, how about the 2 big fields in barley? Just because, well, let's do field 24 and 22, 23 in barley. We'll do canola in the other one, and then we'll do soybeans in these fields that are up towards the farm here. So, oops. Let me point at the map So like all of these fields, these little ones, the 3 little ones, we'll do in sunflowers. We'll do barley in these 2 fields, and then we'll do whatever I said, canola in field number 26. How's that sound? All right, so it sounds like a plan. Good enough type thing. So let's switch this before we forget. So what do we say? Sunflowers. Oh, that's right. I have to do the sunflowers with the other operation there, don't I? All right, well, like, since we have this on the tractor, let's go get the canola over in field 26 done. And should I just set him on course play, or should I do the plowing myself? Yeah, let's do some planning. I kind of did enough plowing. I can always go clean him up myself. Alright, so now let's get him adjusted, 0 offset, and 8.8 I kind of like. Again, I like to go a little bit smaller than we actually are. Let's do V. Let's move this guy over slightly. That's pretty good, I guess. Yep, definitely canola, and we got plenty of fertilizer in there. Oh, there we go. So we're going to make a canola field. Oops, there we go. All right, well, once again, I think I will fast forward. The episode is, like I said, going to be a little different, a little bit interesting, I hope. Let's see how it works out. You know, a lot of these things I just go on whether I watch it myself when I get done. So, as you can see, even though he's messing up over there, I don't know how well you can see on YouTube, but see he's messing up the ends, of course. We'll see. We'll clean those up. See what happens when he gets up by those railroad tracks, to be honest. I don't know how well he's going to plow up there. That's all right. We'll get her done. And I will talk to you, you know, when something else happens. This guy's still got some course play routes